no one could use it during the superlatives.
Waiting on you guys. Let's get this show on the road. Find a seat. Chill out for a little bit. If you want a seat in the standing room only, you can grab a 20-inch box and you should be good to go. First off, obviously, thank you for making this possible. I appreciate how much already the claps. It's amazing how much this community has grown over the last 6 months or so, and obviously it's been a work in progress for the last 6 years. I want to thank Eddie for making all the chairs possible. Where's Eddie? Eddie's got to stand up, come on. He's the famous guy that Kev posts for his muscle-ups. He has an awesome muscle-up video. If you haven't seen it, check out Kev's Instagram post from a couple days ago. That was just a recent muscle-up attempt from him. So thank you for bringing the chairs. Much appreciated. Thank you all for bringing the tables and stuff. Without further ado, we will start our superlatives. For those of you who are here for the first time, I think we've gotten soft this year compared to other years. We usually had superlatives kind of like back at high school, best this or best that, most likely to do this. And in the past, we had some nice ones, some ones that really, I guess, weren't mean, but they were funny because people did stupid things or something along those lines. But I think this year we definitely got a little bit softer. There's a lot of nice ones out there. So every coach, I know, it's disappointing. Every coach is going, not every coach, but the majority of the coaches are going to give awards based on more of the athletes that they work with on a regular basis. And we'll go through that. We'll try to make it as fast as possible, but it usually ends up being around 45 minutes, so bear with us. If you need a talk break, please go in the last unit if you want to talk to your friends. Let's have Kevin and Kelsey come up here, because they're going to be the first ones to get the show rolling. As a tradition, when you get your trophy, you have to take a picture with Kevin in front of the whiteboard. That's our tradition. The only pictures that are ever on Facebook from this event, he's in them. Every picture. Make sure that you take your picture. Don't get too excited and run back off the stage. Take your picture before you bounce. Kelsey will start us off.
All right. Hello, everybody. I probably don't need this, but I'm loud enough. Anyway, I am going to start us off hot, right out the gate. This is a group award, a group superlative. So this group of people, I'm going to say people, they came in together within the last few months. They foundation together. They come to the 5:30 class together. They do team challenges together. They are rowing together, and you might even catch them curling each other's hair in the morning when they get off the rower. So my first superlative goes to the fabulous three, the three musketeers, Carolyn, Melissa, and Krista. Curling the hair really did it for me.
Ready? One, two.
It's only with Kev.
Yeah, you take that.
No, that's all right. It's easy upload.
Alright, so three, done, out of the way. Alright, my next superlative goes to somebody also from the 5:30 class. They rarely ever take a rest day, even when you tell them you should probably take a rest day. They have a great attitude, yet always something to say. Always a little comment from the peanut gallery from this person. Also, definitely likes busting my chops a lot, comes in looking at every workout saying, is there rest today? Do we have any rest today? So the most likely to bust Kelsey's Chops Award is going to Joe B in the bag. You earned it, Joe. Thank you. All right, this one, I coach a 5:30 a.m. class, and then I coach the 8:20 Cardio Express class. So this one is from my 8:20 Cardio Express. This person has such an awesome personality. They are really goofy. They are always discombobulated. You might find them on the floor or just walking around like they don't know where they're going, what they're doing, squinting at the whiteboard, and making the most ridiculous voices. It kind of sounds like this. Those are the voices that Jimmy in the back makes. So, funniest workout noises goes to Jimmy. You heard it, Jimmy.
Picture with Kelsey. All right. Before I begin, I just wanted to say that somehow I stumble upon a position where I've been just blessed with the opportunity to work with almost 100 brand new individuals over the past like 6 months. So not only has this business been fortunate, but I've been fortunate to be the one at the forefront who gets to work with these wonderful people. And now I'm standing with a card that has 5 names on it. So although I want to give something to everybody, I don't want to have you here all night. Anyway, for my first award, I find myself at our first baseline meeting like really digging into what a person needs, not just trying to offer, you know, this is what we do, this is our program, this is what CrossFit is, but I find what a person needs in their life, and then I automatically say, oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we got that. We have that here. And then I figure out how to provide it. So it's really amazing when I see somebody come to me in need of, you know, an addition in their life to add quality, and then I promise it to them, and then somehow I figure it out, and down the road I see that they've achieved it. So for this athlete, she came to me and she'd been doing CrossFit for a while, but she had a lot of knee pain and a lot of mobility pain and a lot of disbelief that she could do things like climb a rope, and now she doesn't squat with a box, and she doesn't have knee pain, and now she climbs to the top of a rope, and it's wonderful. And for most inspiring, it's Anne-Marie. Quite different. This is an individual who I almost feel like I didn't have much to offer. They came to me with all the skills, all the ability, all the energy, the endurance, the engine, all of it. And I find myself trying to provide them value just by making jokes with them all class. So I don't know if they even realize it yet, but I haven't coached them since they've been there. I kind of just bust their balls while they're in class. And generally this athlete comes in and they see what's on the board, and they're already so good that I make them do something more challenging. You might have seen on his Instagram a 2-foot deficit handstand push-up recently. Yes. But most likely to go fire breather is our very own Joey.
This is a future coach. Future coach.
So whenever I see that Joey is signed up for class, I instantly know, all right, my wheels start spinning. I have to figure out how to challenge this person to make them better. So I take the workout at hand and I'm like, all right, this is how I'm going to convince them to make it harder for themselves. That's a very rare case. But on the extreme other side, whenever I see this person sign up for my class, I have to start figuring out how I'm going to make them lift less weight and do easier modifications so that they don't injure themselves. This person is a pleasure to have in class. They are incredibly motivated and want to be the next winner of the CrossFit Games. But sometimes their ambition gets the best of them and I have to pull them back, and because of that we butt heads occasionally. But for the most part, she's grown tremendously and is now getting pretty close to being acceptable going RX. But for the past 3 months it has been totally inappropriate. And for most likely to inappropriately RX a workout, we have Sharon. This next athlete, I believe, attends the 4 o'clock class mainly. 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock, correct. Yeah. Well, she isn't overly outgoing in the way that all of you may know her, so this is a great opportunity for us to all get to know her. But with my personal experience with her, I've had the pleasure to spend several hours doing our foundations and our follow-ups and so on. And this athlete always shows up early for class, and everybody that she sees, she smiles. She says something nice. She always puts people in front of her. And everything out of her mouth is just unbelievably positive. And it makes my day better. When I have to work with this athlete, I look forward to it. I'm like, I know that I'm not going to have to pick somebody up off their ass and get them moving. Instead, they're going to pick me up. Occasionally, there is a slight language barrier where I don't know what she's saying, but I love that there's a giant smile on her face. And that's just the icing on the cake. For the sweetest, we have Gabby M. So, it's astonishing how often people come to me and say, Kevin, I want to get toned, but I don't want to get overly muscular. As if I can snap my fingers and make them like that, right? And I hear that at least twice a week, and my response is always, if it was that easy, all the guys in here would walk around looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? But it's not that easy. We lift a lot of weights, and at the end of the day, our genetics are going to determine a lot of the physique that we come into, right? So this individual was clearly gifted with really positive genetics, but that's like an understatement. It's not Billy, unfortunately. He had that good fortune, but the thing about fortune is all of us have good fortune, and rarely do we, take advantage of that good fortune. What it takes really hard work, really grueling commitment, really dedicated effort. And this individual has the perfect combination of that good fortune and genetics, and really has become the hardest working, smartest working athlete that I've ever seen in CrossFit. You may know him from the most recent Hollister catalog. You may have seen him starring in the movie 300. You may have been coached by him at 610 on Friday. But most likely to look like a starving warrior, and hopefully he comes to accept this award with his shirt off. That trophy is 200 pounds.
Yeah, how to follow that. So, here it goes. Well, I guess we're going to start off red hot, I guess you could say. Red hot.
Yeah! Ooh, take a shot!
So, a lot of times, well, every day I come in here, straight out of work, I'm dirty, I'm filthy, I'm tired, I need a little pick-me-up. So, I like pre-workout. Sometimes there's people around here that like it a little bit more than others, and they just take it to a whole new level. Like, I don't even need to take pre-workout when this person takes it, because I'm amped up just watching them do their thing. Maybe bouncing around here like a Muppet, running around, dancing when there's no music on, just It's a whole hell of a good time. So for the pre-workout junkie award, I'd like to give that to Megan Pretty. All right. So next award. I've given an award similar to this one in the past, and it was my Vanna White Award, where I was Pat Sajak and Pat Sajak has his Vanna White. This person takes that role to a whole different level. She's always first one here, last one to leave from my class, always helps me out. She's doing percentages, reading numbers with me, helping partnerships, set racks, does everything that I'm supposed to do by myself. She's always willing to give me a hand. She works with newer athletes. She's just awesome. And so my co-coach award goes to Carrie K.
Thank you, Carrie.
All right. Next up, this person's been here pretty much, I believe she's part of the first 20 crew since we opened this place. I baselined her and 3 other people all in one shot and just got everything right off the bat. Perfect rower form, beautiful squats, just solid push-up, everything. Everything was solid. Learns a new skill and foundations, boom, gets it. Just gets everything. Everything in class. Every little nugget, little tidbit I can get and say, I want you to do this. Okay, boom, does it. Always attentive, always right at the board. Something that doesn't always happen. All right, especially if you've been to my 4 o'clock, you know sometimes it gets a little out of hand. But
Oh, Joey,
guess,
hang up.
damn. You thought you were going to be a new coach around here, huh?
Joel is out.
Put your hump shit back on. So, anyway, I guess in order to be like the best student, it would require you to perhaps be a teacher. And so my best student award goes to Amanda, who I lovingly call Rosie. All right, I got one more. So I started off red hot. I'm gonna end it red hot. All right. Let's see. This guy has been a Man Crush Monday, a Coach Rich crush, faithful 4 o'clocker. But there's just one thing that bothers me a little bit, bothers Ben a whole lot of it. The usage of chalk in the gym sometimes gets put to a whole new ridiculous level. I don't know if you've seen that video where there's chalk flying all over the place. It's on their chest and their arms. It's dripping off their forehead and they're doing ab-mat sit-ups. So, for the former most ridiculous use of chalk award, which is now going to be my Chalk Queen award, because, let's face it, this person's a little bit of a diva, and very, surprisingly and shockingly, very similar features to Freddie Mercury. Get on up here, Alex Lynchow's my Chalk Queen!
MVP.
I don't know how this works. I'll move it further away. Alright, Mike.
I want to make this short and sweet. I just wanted to go before Ben because when he goes, you guys will see. When he dreams of that. Literally my favorite 30 minutes. Right? So my first award, someone that you may or may not have noticed you've taken class with him. He's someone that you should start paying attention to. He's also someone that was in the running for most improved. This is going to be quiet but deadly. Mr. J. Wall. strong. This guy's a monster.
Love you, Alex.
I already said that.
You're my soulmate.
Next person. This person, we're giving this award for best example, best student. Now I can't use best student since somebody won that award. You deserve it. But best example in the sense of this person's taking class. She's a great student. You want her in your class. She listens. She doesn't talk back. She takes great feedback. All right? Really, seriously does. She's gone through the foundations the exact way that everything was planned with Ben and Kevin. She's gone through and has done extra work on top of the workout. This person is going to become very, very, very good in a very, very, very short time. So my best example goes to Lauren Chersenau. In my head before, like, this one's a special award. This one I'm going to hand myself, okay? It's not someone that takes my class very often. Sometimes she's very sporadic. But when she comes, I ask myself, what's Ben paying me? She's so great. This is my favorite time. She really is a pleasure to work with, okay? She laughs, she freaks out during workouts, she can't stand when there's burpees. Even if there's only like 4. She already found out that she's who she is. So, my award, and I mean it. Oh, real quick. Raise your hand if you're a parent. Raise your hand if you're a parent. Alright? You're not supposed to have a favorite kid. If you're an owner of multiple pets, you're not supposed to have a favorite pet. But we all have one. We all have a secret favorite kid. But my secret favorite student is most likely to be Alex's favorite, Tasia Los Santos. And at other times, all right? We have a lot of attractive people here. A lot of good features. Alright? This award specifically is going to sexiest legs. Alright? This guy acts like a boy sometimes. Before he goes on a rope climb, he yells, yabba dabba doo! I don't know why, but it pumps you up. It pumps you up. This guy is one of my favorite people here. No jokes. No joke. Right? I get pissed off when he comes in, he's wearing sweatpants. He's got these legs, and he forces it up to about mid-thigh. And then he wonders why his legs are burnt out because there's no blood in there. He can't walk, he's struggling, he's working hard. One of my favorite people here, and the award for sexiest legs goes to Keelan.
So he started in my class, and with a job change and school, he couldn't really come to my class anymore. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But he comes in by himself, and you need to have a strong mind when you're doing a CrossFit workout by himself. He'll lift by himself, he'll wad by himself. He's gotten better, a lot better. He got his first muscle up about 2 months ago.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah?
So for the most improved is Jake Campbell. He started CrossFit a little over a year ago. His first couple classes, he threw up. Ran to the bathroom mid-wad, just started throwing up. He's since then put a lot of work into CrossFit. 5 o'clock, I'd be on the board writing out our names and our 1RMs. He'd come up to the board and be like, all right, deadlift day. Ray deadlifted 500, I'm doing 500 today. I'm like, no, you're not. Alex squat cleans 295, I'm doing 295 today. I'm like, no, you're not. He's the only guy in the gym that can do 30 calories on the bike in 30 seconds. He might throw up afterwards, but he'll do it. A lot of you guys might know him. He just won the weight loss challenge here. He has a whole lifestyle change. He looks totally different. He put a lot of work into this facility. But the award is not that. It is most likely to annihilate the bike. Nick C. Alright, so you know how all the new members, all the coaches talk to you guys before the class, just to go over your modifications and what weight you guys are doing and what you guys expect for the day. So, 6 o'clock comes around, I'm finished writing the board, and I'm waiting for my class to start. I'm waiting for all my new members to come in. I can't find this one member. She's always missing. And I'm screaming her name. She's in the shoe changing room. She's in the corner. Most likely she's back there by the water machine, just hiding, looking at the wall, like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything. She finally comes up to me. Then she tries to negotiate what she wants to do. All right, you're going to be doing knees on box for handstand push-ups. Well, I watched the video the other day, and I don't really know if I want. No, that's what you guys are doing. That's what you're doing. But she's awesome. She's friendly. She's a great person. If she's not in the gym, she's at ShopRite. She's a dietitian. This could be anybody. So for the award for most likely to hide in the back goes to Mary Rose. All right. Last but not least. So he is Mr. Six Pack. He has been in this gym for probably about a year and a half. And every single one of his classes, but one, has been with me at Six Pack. You can always find them right here in the front. He hates when we do walkouts during the warm-up. He's always in a sweatshirt, no matter how hot or cold it is. Same sweatshirt. He does the best knees to elbow in this gym. Refuses to do a toaster bar. If you're talking way too long at the whiteboard, he'll tell you just, yo, cut it. Let's go. Let's start. Like, I'm done. I can't listen to you anymore. I need to start this workout. But he's a great guy. He's come a long way. And he is Mr. 6'10".
The hair. All right. Well, it looks like 2 of my people showed up. Where is 7:15? All right.
What about 9:30, Amanda?
I just started teaching 9:30, so this first person, he's been with us for a while. You will find him for the start of class, usually running late, and then after he's running late, he'll be changing his shoes for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then during the workout, you'll hear him complaining about the workout, or walking around talking to somebody, or talking about something, talking to himself, stuff like that. And then after the workout, you'll find him in the shoe room talking. It's like his recovery. And you'll see his lovely significant other standing there like this. She just wants to go home and eat dinner. And he is always in that shoe room just talking to somebody. So my award for most talkative goes to Mr. Andrew Rice. Break an ankle. All right. This next person, she is pretty much become a regular at 7:15. I love to see her there. She's improved a lot. However, I always have to get on her to keep improving. If it was up to her, she would stay at a 6-pound wall ball, or an 8-pound wall ball, or a 10-pound wall ball. Every so many months, I have to make sure she is going to push herself to that next level,
because she can. She's capable of doing it. She has done it, but she is most likely to underestimate herself. Stacy L. All right, this last person I have, everybody knows, and everybody will agree with this. This person is constantly a ball of energy 24/7. They are not on pre-workout, they are not on drugs, surprisingly. They are just non-stop. Loud, a very recognizable voice. You can hear it from a mile away. In 3 rooms, if we had extra rooms, you would hear it. And you know this voice when you hear it. It's a little ear piercing. But it never stops and keeps going and going and going. It gets you pumped for your workouts and cheers you on no matter what class you're in. Kelsey is the most energetic.
Thank you, coaches. Did an amazing job, and we're actually moving faster this year than typical. I don't know how Kev got into this role. One year, I just made a poster that said, "Picture with Kev area," and he never even questioned it. He just accepted it like it was the norm, and he has to have like the worst job of the night. He sits up here for an hour. It's so random how that happened, and we'll keep it going. Do you guys enjoy the picture with Kevin? See, like, that's what should motivate you to do something weird or different, so you can get up here, so you can get that picture. It's not just a giveaway, or you have to earn it. I love giving superlatives for the storytelling, for people to get an idea of other people. If you come at 8:20 p.m., you have no clue what's going on at 5:30 or who those faces are. It's cool to get a sneak peek into just a few athletes from those classes. This year, I'm pretty much dedicating my awards to the coaches and then a few athletes here and there, but I definitely wanted to shout out a couple awards. He wants all the attention all the time. Although I didn't give this award and it was already given out by Kevin, I really sincerely don't think we've had a more accurate award than the award that Gabby got. I wanted to give the award, or I just, let Kev give the award, whatever it was, but she is the sweetest person I have ever encountered. As you guys will know, and should know, sometimes I'm maybe so focused or serious or whatever you want to call me, but every time I see her, it's just like, yes, just keep smiling, just talk. I'll listen. I just love talking to her, and it's just a pleasure. I just wanted to highlight that. That's probably the most accurate award we have ever given. And then, obviously, Zach, being a Spartan warrior, no one looks as good as this kid. He's so bashful, but he has so much to be proud of. Are you getting up? No. He was inching out of his seat. I was getting excited. Anne-Marie, best seat in the house. That's good. Yeah, you're smart. Yeah. Anyway, without further ado, my award, I'm going to give a couple athlete awards first. The first award I'm giving to is an award that I think other people can relate to. Maybe you look on the website because you want to know what is going on in class. And then when you realize what's going on in class, you decide, I'm not going to go today. I'll skip today. I don't feel like doing X or Y or whatever that movement is. Some of you don't even know better and don't even look at the workout online because you'll know that you don't want to be demotivated to come to class. So you just show up. And I usually, what? Yeah, she didn't earn it. You have to earn that picture with Kevin. Well, I can't continue. You're so distracted by her. She's adorable. But yes, I hate when that happens though. I hate when people look at the website and don't come to class because of it, or if there's a movement that someone's scared of, so they don't do class. And I usually will know, oh yeah, it's this workout. I know why so-and-so didn't show up to class. Because you guys know, when you come to a class, you know who's there on a regular basis. So for me, in my 505 class, I usually know why 2 members in particular don't show up on the same exact day. It's so random that they just both aren't coming to class. That's rare. For one of them who has the best attendance out of anyone here. She's been to 900 classes. So when she misses, it's rare. But then when her partner in crime misses, I know that there was some discussion going on. That's inappropriate. Now, the most likely to ditch workouts together award goes to Jody and Jess. She was maybe trying to redeem herself. She knew this award was coming, was brewing. This next individual, all of you know, whether you've been a member for one day or you've been a member for years. You know this individual because he will make sure that you know who he is. He has the possibility of getting the most awards out of anyone. He's just so unique in a lot of different ways, but it's unique, and he has strategized his awards, I think, throughout the years. Because whatever fad was in a certain year, he's gone. It's not the new fad anymore. He becomes something new. Years ago, he won an award for the most likely to take creepy pictures awards because he always just took creepy pictures. It just was weird. Every day after class, he would have someone make someone take a picture of him and someone else. And then another year, he got into the salsa dancing thing. So he was just dancing all the time during, before, after class. And then another award is most likely to talk to you right here in your face. And that still hasn't changed. He doesn't salsa anymore, right? But he will get right up in your face. And most of the time, I always, I tease him that it's coffee breath, the majority of the time. And I did give him one award one year where it was most likely the person I most want to be like, because although it's very easy, he's an easy target to make fun of and tease because he's silly. He does so many silly things, and he acts as if he's a child, but he's the oldest person who comes to this box. And I think besides all that, you guys look past it, you entertain him, you let him do his thing. And at the end of the day, you know that he inspires you. You look at that and say, 72 years old, I want to do that now. Some of you are thinking I want to climb a rope now. Not at 72, I'm 30 or 20, and I still can't climb a rope, and he's 72 and climbing a rope, doing toes to bar for the first time. I love his videos. They are so, circa 1960s quality. If you look at anything he posts, it's like he took it when he was 40, and he's now posting it years later. It's an immense amount of awards he can get. So you just go on and on. And as I was saying, he motivates you all, motivates me to keep pushing forward, because he tells me he's going to catch me one day, and he can't wait till the day he's able to beat me in a CrossFit workout. And he's getting closer and closer to being able to do all the skills necessary to at least put an attempt in. I never thought it would even be possible. The first class was him doing an imaginary jump rope because he couldn't jump rope, or not even breaking, this is his wall ball, whatever it was. The progression of 5 years. You guys see the video now, the rope climb now, but it's been 5 years in the making, and that's when he was 68 or 67. What about the other years, So the years of progression. People want to come in here and do these things now. People want to be in that rush. They don't look long-term to say, if I start today, maybe in 3 years from now, I'll have that rope climb, or I'll have that pull-up. He's been saying that for 5 years. If all of us took that approach, we'd probably be healthier, we'd probably be happier, we'd be safer, we wouldn't put so much pressure on ourselves to do something and have this deadline. He has no deadlines, it's just before he dies, I guess, he decides that he's gonna do whatever he's gonna do. But with that being said, he's gonna continue to live and flourish. Right? Now, that's a long award just to give him. I guess he's been patient too, because it's the most patience award. He's been very patient on his progress. Most patient. this year, so you know next year I'm bashing him. We'll see. He's going to come up with something new. You guys will be able to tell. Now we will move on to the coaches' awards. Clearly, all these awards can go to every coach. We have an awesome coaching crew. I love them. And they're the reason... They're the reason why you guys come here and still show up every day. If I had someone up here who was coaching class and they weren't holding their weight, or if they were rude, or they were disrespectful, or if they were anything that you didn't enjoy, you wouldn't probably come here anymore. They're the ones who carry Isabella Fitness. I started it 6 years ago, but it's definitely not me who's carrying it. It's the crew that I have underneath me, and that will continue to grow and are continuing to develop. All these awards, the specifics of these can go to all of them. However, there's certain qualities that I definitely like in certain coaches. One coach that I know is going to do everything I need them to do. And it's a lot of stuff that you don't see. You just see when you show up, rushing into class with your shoes half on, but you don't know maybe the 15, 20, 30 minutes that they had prepping for class. You know how crazy it is to write down modifications of weights for 20-something individuals that come to class every day? That's not how other CrossFits do it. They just show up and you say, all right, let's get after this workout. We prepare for you. That's why I'm so insane about signing up for class, not late canceling, because we need to be most prepared for you to be here. And we can't do that when you're messing up with the attendance. That's a good way for me to subliminally throw in all the things that piss me off about you guys. I have to do this more often, I didn't think of it. But anyway, as I said, things need to get done. And this individual, more often than not, and more often than other coaches, gets it done. I never have to worry about the small things, the yes, no. Did you do this? Did you do that?
Kevin.
It's done. Never, not Kevin. Anyway, it's nice to know that the things that need to happen in order to make this the best experience possible for you gets it done. And it's just nice that I don't have to think about it. Most likely to get the job done is Rich.
Joy, you okay?
The next quality of a coach that I enjoy is sometimes it's just necessary just to say to when I talk, right? I have times where there's a lot that I have to say, and it's not always pleasurable, but it's easy just to say okay. And don't worry about saying you did or didn't do it. It's just never, I don't want to call it back talk, but it's just, all right, she just entertains me. She just says whatever needs to be said to just make me shut up. And I love it. Because at least I think that she's at least absorbing it and doesn't have anything to say. She just does what she needs to do. And it's often times where I need to have certain things done, and other coaches may give me grief or give me feedback about it, and she just takes it in stride, just goes. Anything that we implement, anything that we do, she just does it. No complaints, no problems. She never complains about anything. No matter what I throw out there, she'll do it. Even despite maybe some coaches don't agree with doing certain things, she's awesome. And I'm very happy that she's been with us for a very, very long time and will continue to grow with us. And the most coachable is Amanda. This is a new role that a coach has filled for me. I've never thought that I would enjoy this quality in a coach. There's definitely a window that I get here and something's wrong, something's out of place. It's very easy to get me a little bit rattled, although I might not say anything. In my brain, I'm like, why can't this just be done the way it needs to be done? Then this coach walks in and just, I don't know why, but this person I gravitate to in terms of asking advice, asking questions. It could be about CrossFit, it could be about life, it could be about business, it could be about anything. But I enjoy the 10 to 15 minutes of collaboration that we have every single day. I look forward to him walking, ladies.
Oh.
Yes.
Call us out.
Most likely to be drunk at a holiday party. Lauren, come on out. That's a left field. No, not a real thing. But probably the most accurate as well. Abby, you are put to the back burner. Lauren, most accurate award. Anyway, I love getting advice from this individual. I love talking to this individual. Even if I'm frustrated or annoyed about something, I talk to him for 15 minutes, and then life is good again. And I get very happy. And like I said, I look forward to the interactions that we have together. It's just an awesome experience, and I'm happy that he came on board. And most likely to give Ben Advice Award goes to Mike Fed. All right, guys. Last award of the evening. It's usually reserved for Kevin or my father. I got my dad out of the way, so now I could give Kevin his award. I have to give a little maybe backstory, so bear with me for a few minutes. Kevin has been with me since the first actual day that I ran Isabella Fitness back in 2011. He was at my class through a friend of a friend. He showed up as an 18 or 19-year-old kid, just ready to work. That was it. He was just here, ready to put in effort. And if you want to see how young a person can look at some of the photos that we have hung up in the box. He looked like a child for at least 5 or 6 years, and now he's grown into a man. But anyway, he was basically my second in line, the person that I would go to when we went on fitness tours. We did a whole bunch of things together. It was always a joke that he was my number 2, because when we did CrossFit competitions together, I would beat him. When we did certain things together, I would beat him. Only sometimes. So he was always just like my number 2. It was like a going joke that he's my number 2. And then Alex showed up. A couple years ago, I retired after me and Kev took a couple first place finishes at some competitions. But he wanted to move on, get more youthful, because I'm 34 and that's old for a CrossFit athlete. And there's handsome Alex, strolls in, ready and primed for the picking. I retired from my competition career, and Kev swooped right in and started working out with Alex and then shoving it in my face. They would be here working out together all the time. It would just be me in the corner doing my normal stuff, as you guys see me at 5 in the morning doing my own thing. And they started doing competitions together and winning and just giggling and all the things that I wanted to be doing with him. Right? So he was no longer my number 2 anymore. He was the number 1 to Alex, who was his number 2. That was last year. And then something happened. I don't know what. Maybe Zach got in the way. But something stopped that. Maybe it was injuries, maybe they were tired, whatever it was. But they weren't as buddy-buddy anymore. And then Kev got more serious about this work thing. He would come here, he always had his PT, but he got more involved in working with athletes as they come into foundations. Like he said, there's probably 80 or 90 of you who he's touched on a personal basis over the last 6 months or so.
Yes,
So now me and Kevin talk way more than we ever did before. And I'm very happy that he's back in my life. We talk for different reasons. We talk for different reasons and on different terms. But there's not a day that goes by where me and Kev don't communicate. But it's for a different reason. It's because we want to grow this community to be bigger than we ever even envisioned. We want it to be bigger than what we even thought was possible. Maybe a year ago, we probably had 100 less people in here. And maybe the process of me and Kev and the coaches working together on an effort to make this awesome, to make this an experience that's beyond fitness. It's not about what's happening in the 60 minutes of you sweating. It's everything else that goes around it. And I'm happy that Kev and I and the coaches, we share the same vision. However, me and Kev have been working hand in hand a lot of hours to make sure that all the pieces of the puzzle are in place. And I'm happy that Kev is back to being my number 2, and that is his award.
Good job, Kevin.
Sorry, Alex.
Kev can finally have a seat. So as I was saying, in reference to Kev's award, I am very happy, again, that all you are here, and that all you are part of this. This is what I value, this is my vision. It's always been more than just about getting someone fit. I started this because I wanted to create bonds between individuals, give people somewhere to go that they can be themselves or get away from themselves for a little bit. Maybe this is the best hour of your day. This is the time where you can get away from all the other bullcrap that's in your life. Or this could be the place that brings you, or makes you to the person that you want to be, that you wish you were maybe treated other places as you are here. You have a community of individuals who can only relate to how bad a burpee sucks, or they'll only relate on how bad a 20-minute AMRAP feels. No one outside of here understands that. So it's great that we've built a community of people where you come here and you are already instantly connected. And I want to keep growing that, and I hope that this is just the beginning of something great. I want to be here 10, 20 years from now. I joke with Jess all the time, what's the rush? You're going to get an award in 50 years from now, right? It's like, that's how long-term I see this thing. And it takes a community of coaches and individuals to make that happen. I know that Kelsey wants to speak, so that will be it for me for the evening. Thank you very much for coming. And I can't wait for next year.
Thanks. All of that being said, as well as all of you would not be here without Ben. As humble as he is and as modest as he has inspired me in so many ways, and is probably besides my family, the single most influential person on my life. I don't know about you, but he has made me a better person and changed my perspective on health, fitness, and life, and many other areas. So I want to thank you personally, but I also think and know that I speak for all the people that are sitting here in this room and those who could not make it today. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ben. We all probably wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for you. I don't know what I would be doing if I didn't have CrossFit or if it wasn't for Ben. So, that being said, I could stop making up stories. I said that I was buying wall balls because I was making my own gym at home and making different things. So, I know that Ben has everything he wants and more for the most part. So we got a box gift. I only brought one here. This is our wall balls. There's a stack of wall balls in the back. And we got you a plethora of equipment that we thought...
Where is it?
I don't know, not here yet.
You gotta wait, man. You gotta wait.
Be patient, like your dad, okay? It is on its way. The order form is in here. This is for you. Thank you so much, Ben. You're awesome. We love you. And the other buffoons and goons and coaches of CrossFit Sayreville, your gifts are up here. All right? I'll hand them out. All right, everybody. We're done talking, right? We're done? Oh, no.
Well, I'm officially done saying nice things. We are done with our Superlatives.